My name is Ivié. I'm 55 years old. I've been incarcerated 28 years at the Bedford Hills Correctional Facility. I was up till 4-something in the morning, and it's normal for me. It's quiet, so I'm in my room and I'll write, I'll paint, I'll play with my keyboard.
Tell me a little bit about how you've changed in here. It seems like you've gone through a process.
It's funny, after 28 years, you know that from child abuse, there's still stuff that you relive that's what recently has just been woken up. Abuse and upbringing, PTSD, I can share today that PTSD is just not attached to my sexual childhood abuse. It was attached to an instability of a domestic violence relationship with my parents' marriage, death, abandonment, suffering. It's attached to a lot of things, and at first I didn't want to deal with it, but I had to, so I didn't shy away from it, and it was a painful process, but to feel, it's like in order to heal, you have to feel it. So I had to feel these emotions and realize that I'm either going to live with these emotions to just survive and make it by, or to truly live. And this is recent stuff. There's been recent stuff, just from a week ago, that opened up with my sister, who's just a year older than me. I think we covered everything from my childhood, 10 years old and younger. So I think just being able to not hide anymore and be ashamed of my past, it makes me who I am today, gets me to be, my authentic, true self, and I just want to be somebody who can speak freely and openly and meet people where they are. That's a big thing. Mm-hmm. I still have a consecutive sentence of 30 years in New Jersey, so I was like, wow, if they pull me there, I'm going to feel abandoned. I'm not going to have the doctors and therapists that I have here. How can I fix myself? I wrote for some self-therapy books, and I got to say that book did a lot. Miss Dr. J. Early, or PhD, for self-therapy, and the director picked up another book off the bookcase, and I was like, let me see this, because it says Life's Operating Manual. I was like, oh my God, maybe this can help me fix my life. And it's by the director, Tom Shadyac. And you open it up, and one of the first things he says is, this is not a 12-step manual to help you fix your life. But I kept reading, and I think with the self-therapy book, just for me, it also takes you, it's deep. You go in. You not only learn about yourself and why some of the things that you do, your actions and behaviors, but you also learn about other people and things. And it all stems back to your childhood. So it's a process. And just now I got a book a couple of days ago, Healing Together. That's to be able to approach survivors and how other people who were sexually abused as a child or in a domestic violence relationship, how better I can approach them. Because right now, for 2 years now, we've been doing the suicide prevention program. So we learned to pick up symptoms and stuff like that, of people or my peers, period, who have suicidal thoughts, and to pick up their behaviors and reach out to them. And so that's a lot. It's a lot. So, but that's what I like. I have passion for that.
Is there a piece of art you want to talk about?
One of the ones I just did, I'll go up against King Kong in a heartbeat, but I have a really sensitive nature. I can cry at commercials and stuff. So when I was watching the Ukraine, and it was just moving. I have a thing though with high heel stilettos, but so I did the Globe, and then I did 24 stilettos, and I did them in the rainbow colors, but then I inquired on how to say the word love in 24 different languages, and so I put So that's the heal part of each stiletto. It's the word love in 24 different languages, and then so they're circling the globe, and the first top two are Ukraine and Russia, and they're very similar. It's just one last character at the end that's very different. I did another one that was just for Pride Month, so that one is Stiletto Pride. And then I did, I'm not sure if they refer to her as the Lady Madonna or the Virgin Mary, I'm not sure, but there's one, she has long, long strands of brown hair, and she has her hand on her heart. And so I did one of her, she's like 1.5 by 2.5 feet, and I put my right hand on her heart, and I traced it with my left hand. Yeah, that took me like 3 or 4 days, but it was pretty cool at the end. But then I gave her prayer hands, and then I tilted her face and gave her a hand like this. And I titled her Pardon. Just, pardon me, forgive me, I still feel it, but pardon me trying to get your attention.
I noticed you mentioned something about your sister. Would you like to share anything about your relationship with your sister?
Since our mom passed, we're still processing that, and like it's hard for her, it's difficult for her. But I don't think she has had the opportunities I've had with therapists. So I think she's still hiding, still ashamed, because both of us were sexually abused as little girls, between 6 and 7. She's only a year older than me, but she was also in domestic violence, marriage, and I know she has not reached out for therapy. And so I don't think she's there yet. Even here, you learn, hey, you can't beat hatred with hate or abandonment or other people's actions and behaviors. I can't judge her. It's best for me to meet people where they are and let them in where they fit in, and even if it's an unloving situation, just bring it to heart, and it just makes the whole situation a little different. It just spins it around differently, and so I just let go and try to send her as much positive energy as possible, and just pray that she can find somebody that she can speak to. I've been blessed. It's like really a blessing, and you have to be able to talk about it. You really, really do. It's so true. You have to feel to heal. Mm-hmm. You have to address these emotions and know why you have them. Came across this magazine, The Entrepreneur, and I picked it up, and there was this guy on the front cover, and it's this year, April, May, or May, June, and he is Norman Reedus, the lead actor for The Walking Dead, and I was like, what? I've never seen it. However, he begins his article with saying, what you are hiding and what you are ashamed of may become or may be your greatest assets. And so I took that and read that, and it was really just moving. It was moving, and he said the same thing I said that I got from a psychiatric evaluation I did once with a doctor. Listen. Just sometimes somebody just needs someone to listen. You have to find that person. Look to be that person, because you could save someone's life.
All your hard work has really paid off. Just listening to you talk is very soothing.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice to know that you've done that hard work and looked at it.
I wrote something that I do want to send to her, and it's part of it is what I wrote for the Pro Se piece, and it's what are your dreams and what are your passions. And for me, I believe our world is broken. And my dream is that we can fix it. It's not that we are fallen. Yeah, people are forgotten. So it's I believe our world is broken, but what if it's not that we're fallen, but we have forgotten our most greatest tokens: love, kindness, and compassion, put out unashamedly spoken, forgiveness and second chances, celebrating our doses, treating others as you would want to be treated, our birthing of roses. And I have to plug in something there of, tell your story, own it, your journey, and you have to reach out.
Tell us what you think of Humans of San Quentin. We'd love to share with people how you feel about it.
I think for you just giving us, excuse me, a voice, and being able to share that, yeah, we've made bad choices, but for you to highlight that and share with the world that we're still human, and you can't define a human being with making a bad choice. I'm not going to say that we make mistakes, but there are calculations that are attached to that. Like I can say I made a mistake, I woke up one day and I put on a black sock and a white sock. That's making a mistake. I made a bad choice. Things happen for me. I don't believe that there are accidents. But for you to just highlight our voices, our words, our feelings, our emotions, and share them with the world and give the world another side of who we are, and in some cases what happened. A lot of people don't know what happened or why what happened with me took place.